Happy Easter Monday. Happy evening to you all. I know that if you remember and recall that I said I would be sending out every Saturday videos to help you engage with me in practicing solitude during this very weird and abnormal season, that we would be able to turn our moments of loneliness into moments of solitude, into stepping in and sitting and just being present with the Lord during this time, to hear from Him, to speak to Him, and to just really find a new rhythm and practice as we engage in His presence and as we engage in just a way of navigating this time for ourselves. So, for those of you who have chosen to join in me with this practice of solitude, welcome. And I apologize for not sending a video on Saturday, but I took the chance to just be quiet and restful on the silent Saturday as I quietly anticipated Resurrection Sunday of Christ rising from the dead. And so today, He is risen and He is alive, and we are so grateful for that and what His resurrection means for us. So I hope you had a lovely and restful Easter weekend, wherever Easter found you this year, in your home with your family or outside, wherever it was. I hope that you are reminded of how much Christ really loves you and how much Christ desires and delights when we are willing to just let everything just lay down and give Him full control, resting in He's got it. He's got all of this in His hands. He's taking care of it, and He's taking care of you in this. And so I just hope that you can fully rest secure in what that means. So we are on week 2, and this week we are going to build on our practice. And so whatever you ended up asking in the presence of the Lord, whatever you needed to find in your solitude and what you heard in reflecting in your time with the Lord, I hope that you hold on to that as your intention throughout this practice, and that you will continue to build upon whatever that was. I want to encourage you to, if you feel led, to go ahead and increase your time by 2 minutes. So last week we were doing 5 minutes of solitude, right? And now it's going to be 7 minutes. Of course, if you felt like you didn't have an adequate amount of time to really practice that 5 minutes, you can stay with it if you want. I'd like to say that the 5 minutes, that the amount of time that you spend isn't quite as necessary. It's really whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you have time for. I hope that we will all be able to build up and have times of solitude every day that lasts for about 10 to 15 minutes. I think that would just be really great for all of us to practice. But it's going to take a while, because 5 minutes is a long time. If you've never sat in silence and solitude before, it was a long time for me. So if you need to stay with the 5 minutes, stay with the 5 minutes. If you want to increase to the 7 minutes, you can do that. Just know that, in all honesty, it's about the intention, and it's about getting up every day to go to your place and to spend time with the Lord. He delights in that. He delights whatever time you want to spend with Him, and that's absolutely okay. So this week, I want you to continue to sit with the questions of, what do I need to know in the stillness, and what does the Lord want me to know in this stillness? Continue to sit with that. If it's expressing the emotions that you're feeling during this time, if it's just a time of lamenting, do that. If it's a time of asking questions, or just, really laying out your concerns before the Lord, do that. I want to encourage us that as we are laying out these things before the Lord, I want you to resist the urge for answers. It's not about finding answers. It's not about finding clarity, but it's just about coming in and saying, hey, Lord, let's just talk about what's going on. Can I just share my heart with you? And also giving the Lord time to share His heart with you. Remember what solitude means here? It's about us seeking the Lord's heart, hearing what He has to say, but also hearing what our own hearts have to say in that too. So this week, I want us to focus on our body. I want you to listen to your body. And so basically what this means is you're going to just be in this practice of breathing. And so you're going to inhale and exhale a few times, 2 or 3, probably no more than 3 times. And as you're breathing, what is your body telling you? Listen to the ways that your body feels during this. So Do you have tight places anywhere, like tight muscles? What in what way do you need to change positions? So is the place that you have chosen, is it not super great on your back? Is your neck hurting? Did you not sleep super well? Like, pay attention to how your body aches and hurts during this time and make the adjustments. If you need to lean up against a wall, okay, or sit in a chair, if you need to add extra comfort with more blankets or pillows, do that. Is your body tired? Have you not been sleeping well? I know restlessness is a huge issue right now, with zero activity during the day. It's hard to really go to bed at a decent time and really get a full night's rest. And so if that's what your body's telling you, that you are tired, um, what is it going to take to make those adjustments? Is it a cup of tea or a cup of coffee? Coffee is the best thing to enter into solitude. Um, is, maybe your body is just tired in a way that you need to go for a worship run or a quick walk before entering into the solitude, or you need to do a walk outside that is a part of your solitude practice, that maybe walking is going to be that time with the Lord of just spending and like, hey, let's go on a walk, Lord, and let me hear what you have to say to me today. Maybe that's what you need to do. And so it's just this time we're building up on it and really trying to hear what's happening and the ways that we can change the position as necessary. And so you're probably like, this sounds so weird. Like, why are you asking me to listen to my body? Well, I'm asking you to do this because it's a part of sitting and recognizing the distractions that you have. Because it's just a way of just recognizing those distractions, and it's a way of receiving those distractions and figuring out how to release them and figuring out how to calm the distractions, and so you're as intently present with the Lord as you can be. This is also why it's probably good to make sure that other people know that you're going into your 5-minute solitude so that they don't accidentally come into your place and interrupt you. Or maybe it's a good thing to keep your phone on silent so you have no texts and emails coming through during that time. Maybe leave your phone in a completely different room for that as well. And so it's just this, really want us to focus this week on the Lord and on His presence. And so what are those things that are distracting us? And so it's really easy to put all of the simple physical distractions out of the way, but our body and our thoughts and all of these things can really come and disrupt our time with the Lord, and that the tight places that we have, that we were sore from the night before or from working out, we feel that. And there are ways that we can, make our body as restful as possible during that time. So this might mean you need a walk. This might mean you need to make adjustments to the way that you're sitting. You might need to lay down and just take a holy nap with the Lord and just rest with Him, and that's totally okay as well. So just make whatever feels comfortable to you, make those adjustments and fit that all well with Him. So that is our week 2 intention. I hope that you're enjoying this if you are participating with me in it. And if you have any questions or just want to send me a message about how the first week went with reflections of this is what I have learned that my intention is, or this is what I'm learning from the Lord in this time, or anything like that, I would love to hear your responses and love to give any suggestions or help, or just have a conversation about how solitude is working for you in this season of quarantine. I hope that you are well, and I hope that you are doing your very best to just feel blessed and grateful and content in this season, and I'm thinking of you all. So I will be sending you another video on Saturday for week 3. So thank you all so much.